So. Let's go. Habe ich den Titel geändert? Yep. Habe ich. Weiter geht's. Schluck trinken. Wasserchen. Man spielt mal eine Runde Counter-Strike. So, muss ich gucken, wo der Autosave war. Senua. Sekunde, ich brauche Bild bei meinem Smartphone. Es hat sich aufgehangen. Warum, weiß ich selbst nicht. Was ist schon mal weg? Ja, ab zur 4. Prüfung.
Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Okay. Okay.
Where am I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
No. Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts.
Holy. What the
Tell me
fuck?
what you feel.
The breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. Lillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
Warum ist es so dunkel? Ist ja über Licht. Was ist denn das jetzt für eine verschickte Kacke? Warum sieht die nichts? Da brennt doch über Feuer.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senuas. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. And no coward. Prove that from the warrior tribe. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your bed. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Shh. Shh. I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Dillian, there's something in here.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
Was ist denn das? Wo komme ich raus? What the fuck, da kommen wir nicht vorbei? Hä? Warte mal. Was liegt denn da? Das ist ein Feuerkuh. Okay, here we go.
It's not following.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Sind noch mehr von den Viechern. Okay, die laufen, die patrouillieren. Na komm, Mädel, lauf schneller! Holy. What the fuck? Lauf schneller, Mädel, lauf schneller.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
Oh Gott, zum Glück sieht man nichts. Okay, die Dunkelheit testet mich. Inwiefern? Ah. Balance halten.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
In den Brunnen rein. Oh Gott.
Delia. Help me. Please.
Come to me, Senuas.
Okay, wir müssen ins Licht, nehme ich an. Holy. Der bleibt da stehen. Ja, und wenn der wird hinterläuft, gehen wir los. Jawohl, jetzt. What the fuck, Alter? Wie viele Tote hier hängen?
Dillian, is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
Trust yourselves. Okay.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
What?
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
What?
You've done it. The warrior trials. Go get the sword. You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillian was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Okay. Einmal ringsherum, einmal hoch, Schwertchen holen.
Dillian gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillian's clan.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
Years later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. A plague.
Delian?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us! You have blood on your hands!
What the heck? What the fuck?
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Hold! Unleash the sword.
Must remember, she can focus.
The mirror. The focus is coming back.
Do it.
He's down. Finish it. Finish it.
Alter.
The mirror. The focus is growing. It's coming back.
There's nowhere to run to. There's
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come
Alter.
not with disturbed mind.
Ist das schräg?
She's lost. Doesn't know where she's
What
trying
the
to get
fuck?
to. Is there any escape? Is there any escape?
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zinbel, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
Holy cow, wie geil ist das bitte schön.
Who is it? Galena!
Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Darkness took her life, and it will take yours. It's taking you further and further into it. Surrender to the darkness. Darkness is here.
Mama! I need you! Help me!
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices.
Your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Surprise him!
Holy.
She's injured. She's not gonna make it. She's got this far. She needs to keep going. She can't. The mirror. The mirror. It's building. It's building.
Scheiße.
Behind you, watch it! Behind you!
Schattenwelt.
Focus! It's the only way. Defend yourself. Stop. It's nearly over.
Oh,
Finish
oh,
it.
oh. Come on.
Too slow. Get up quickly. Get up. It's not over. It's not over. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike him.
Alter, ich komme nicht ran.
She's injured. She can still do it. Too slow. He's finished.
What the fuck? Oh.
She's hurt. She won't make it. Watch your eyes.
Aha. Okay, wieder was dazu gelernt. Au!
Defend yourself. Get up quick.
Jetzt hat er mich. Wow. Ich bin erstmal komplett draufgegangen. WTF. Das allererste Mal, dass ich komplett draufgegangen bin. Alles wieder? Und jetzt alles wieder machen? Das heißt du ja.
The mirror. Focus is coming back. Focus. You finished it. She's going to die. No, she isn't. She needs to focus. Take him down. Take him down. Get him down.
Ganz ruhig, Brauner.
Go! Right, focus. Now, focus. Focus. Focus now. He's gone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Surprise him. Focus. The mirror. Her focus is growing. It's coming back. Focus. It's the only way. Focus. Focus now. Focus. Focus.
Nein!
End it now. This is nearly the end.
Ich komme da nicht raus.
Finish. Finish this. End it now.
Na, komm her, Großer. Ja, jetzt bist du dran.
Finish this. Finish this. Finish it.
Alter, was ist jetzt wieder los?
She will die.
Was kommt denn jetzt noch? Holy, durchgeschnetzelt. Vor allem, Alter, was ist das für ein Schwank? Es ging 50 Viecher, kommt es weiter und dann bumm, kommt einer. Warte. Ich spür's gerne auf leicht, ohne Müll. Vor allem jetzt wieder alles. Na, nur mal so zur Anmerkung. Schwierigkeit, Auto.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Quickly get up. They're coming.
Dann muss es mittlerweile schon, ja, ziemlich hart sein. Alter Vater. Fokus.
Go.
Spiel, ohne Scheiß. Langsam kannst du mir mal,
It's
ne?
nearly over.
Am Arsch lecken. Der Typ ist so schnell.
Finish this. End it now.
Puh. King Kong. Here we go. We can do it. Alter, 3 Kilometer weg. Ich konnte nicht mal ausweichen.
It's not over. It's not over. Keep going. She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it.
Also, sehe ich das richtig? Der Fokus kriegt er noch nicht so durch. Wo haben die das jetzt auch schon wieder?
Finish this. Finish this. Finish it.
Wir lernen gut dazu. So, weiter geht's.
End it now. This is nearly the end.
Oh Gott. Einer nach dem anderen.
They've come for you.
still? Ja, weil ich übelst fokussiert bin. Alter, das ist krass. Puh. Noch mehr. Was kommt denn jetzt noch? Ich hab's geschafft. Puh, Alter, das ist Hardcore. Kranke Scheiße. GG, schwerster Fight bisher. Und hier redet man nicht so viel, Marie. Na, hier lässt man sich drauf ein.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who's already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? You think he would thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Steh doch auf! Kind!
You can do this. Go again. Down. Finish this. Finish this. Surprise him. Focus. You want to beat it.
Ho, ho, ho.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galena and Senuas. Galena and
You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. The voices took her and they'll take you too.
The voices have taken her. The voices will take you. Surrender to the darkness.
It's the end.
Darkness will take you.
The end for you.
It will take you to your mother.
Das ist so krank geil gemacht. Oh. Whoa, what the fuck? Ja, der wackelt doch mit den Fingern. Kitzelt das mein Freund? Das kitzelt, ne? Ja, das kitzelt. Alles gut. Oh.
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mom? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The fuck?
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
Eieiei. Na, das war doch wirklich ziemlich geil gemacht, oder? Die ganzen Leichen da, die Hände erst, die ganze Krabbelei. Holy shit. Wie ich es einfach feier. Nein, die Stimmen. Nein.
Hello. I'm here to help you. Senuas.
Yes. Okay.
We're back.
Okay. Willkommen zurück.
We found her. We found you. We found us. Where have you been? There she is. Don't worry. We're here to help you. You don't have to
Das war so schön ohne die Stimmen.
Silence is lonely. We didn't know where you'd go. We're here to help you. Don't worry. You can trust us. Trust. Senua, it's us. We won't leave you. Hello. There's a way in. Into the mountain. Can you see it?
Shall we tell her where to go?
It's not far. Go on. Look up. Just up there. Listen to us. Sit.
Oh, das ist strange.
Shall we? Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain? She's a good girl, isn't she? Look up. So clever. Did you miss us? Oh,
What the fuck?
did you? Are you glad we're back? She's
Hilfe.
Go on. Which way to go? Look up. Go up. Go
There's a
up.
door.
You can do it. You can see it. Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
Wo sind die Siegel? Die Siegel sind weg. Upsala, Entschuldigung. Da waren doch gestern noch Siegel. Into the mountain. Okay. Nicht darauf fokussieren, ich will. Holy. Ist aber doch noch ein Kerl im rechten Ohr. Was ist da los? Ah, Fokus.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Na doch, da drüben muss ich lang. Was, der hat sich in einen Drachen verwandelt? Okay. Deswegen hier alle verbrannt? So? Vielleicht. Uah. Can you feel it? Ja, was denn? I can see you. Wer sieht mich? Alter, diese Stimmen.
Behind the door. What is it? She can feel it. No. Don't open the door.
Don't go in. Don't
Turn back.
What's in there?
A great beast guards Hell.
Ein Ballrock.
Garm is its name. And it knows you are here, Senua. It can
Bleib
smell
mal
your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Then do it!
The fuck?
The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Was zur Hölle? Wo lang? Links oder geradeaus? Ich bin ja voll für links, aber ich renne einfach mal geradeaus.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here.
Who is it? Something there. It's the beast.
No,
No, it's not.
it's a trick.
She knows that. Does she? What is that voice?
Do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now. They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead. No, and they want me with them. Stop! That's why they crawl through the walls. Don't listen. Do you see them? Do you see their faces? He's coming. Senua, help me! Help! Get me out of here! Don't go!
Where has she gone? She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the
Oh
darkness.
nein.
She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld,
D-Fisch-P.
he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father. Sinbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
D-Fisch-P. Haben wir hier irgendwas? Nee, ne? Holy. That sounds... Wie will die Stimme unterdrücken aus? Ach du Heilige.
She needs to feel it. What's she doing? She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help her. She's hungry. It's safe. Darkness. Do you think you can keep away from the ship? Send.
Och nö. Ich tue schon wieder. Alter, diese...
Behind you. Nearly over. No, focus is growing. It's coming back.
Here we go, cheerio. Come on, one more time. Get wrecked, bitch.
You can't go anywhere without your light.
Take the torch and move.
Ist ein Fisch gewesen. Ich hab gerade einen Fisch gesehen irgendwo. Ah, da sind Fischis. Fisch. Na, da am Boden ist ein Fisch. Man muss weiter hoch. Ein Fisch aus Blut. Ach, wie schön.
Hidden in plain sight. She has it. You have it.
Keep going.
Where's the next? Two more to find. The other two more to find. Why? These pointless
Warum macht sie das? Es ist sinnlos.
symbols are
They're meaningless.
mothers here. What if you collect them and there's nothing behind the door?
Save Dillian.
This is just another trial. Just to distract her from her real mission.
But you don't.
Gut.
Mother is trying. You don't know anything. Who is she? And Dillian is dead.
Wo geht's weiter? Gibt's hier auch noch sowas? Eine Ruhen? Ich glaube eher nicht, ne? Was brauchen wir? Ja, hier gibt's keine. Wie sich das hier vorne aufbaut im Raum. Den Boden da vorne. Lol. Den Fisch habe ich. Ach du Heilige. Hoch oder runter, hoch oder runter, runter.
The beast has been here.
Bestie. Sieh mal hier. Und runter, Leberkroft.
Keep going.
Nein. Fackel, klapp an.
She has to. The torch will go out.
Don't let the torch go out.
There's light in the distance.
She has to keep going. She can't do it.
The light's gone out. Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here. What was that?
Hast du gut gemacht, Mädel.
Run! Run! Get to the light. Stop! Stop! Stay there. Stay in the light. You have to rest here on the side.
Ist das creepy.
Stay in the light. Stay. You're safe in the light. Get to the next light. Let's go quickly. Run.
Look. Fire.
There's fire. How will she get to it?
Fire. She has to
Okay,
get
da drüber und ab geht er.
She has to.
hier bekommen wir das D.
The light will guide you.
Ja, auch wieder kämpfen? Ist wahrscheinlich.
Can you feel them?
Alter, diese Stimmen so creepy.
Where are they? She can't see. She doesn't know.
Da. Seht ihr das? Im Wasser? Wie geil das einfach ist, ne? Die Spiegelung. Zack.
She hasn't.
She did it.
She did it.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating
Aus
darkness
wenig
that she
viel
went through
machen.
as a young
Das
girl.
ist schon ziemlich geil.
Imprisoned in her room at night, the faces in the dark coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark.
Hä?
By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
Ah.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Was war das gerade mit ihrem Arm? Da wieder. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Wo war das? Hier, ne? Yep. Jetzt nochmal nach oben. Oh, Alter.
Her torch is going out.
No, it's not. It's gonna run out soon.
She hasn't got much time.
Burn out.
She's too slow.
Was, meine Fackel geht aus?
Burn out.
The darkness will come again.
Warum geht die Fackel aus?
Save later.
Schnell, hier, Licht an. P. So einfach, really?
You have all the runes.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness.
Searching for weakness. No.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
Hey ho, wir sind des Lebens froh. Dum dum, di dum, di dum, di dum. Ihr kriegt mich nicht.
She'll get her mother out. Where is her mother? It's just another trick.
It's just another trick.
It's a trap. The beast is coming.
What? Ich sag doch, Ballrock.
What have you done?
Ach, du Heilige.
You've lost it. It's over.
Lost him. You've lost him out. Get out. Get to the light.
Without his head, you will never bring his soul back. His fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Zindel while you pined for Dillion. Do you remember that darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillion. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillion.
Na, ist klar. Schaffen wir schon. Schnuckelchen. Schaffen wir schon. Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Das ist ein schicker Zaun da unten.
The beast is down there.
No. She knows the beast is down there.
Ja, wir wissen.
Watching you.
Watching you.
She needs to find it. She needs to find it. She lost it and she has to find it. I can feel it.
Alter, voll die Gollums im Kopf. Ein R.W. Richard. Oh, come on. Ohne geht nicht, ja?
End it now. This is nearly the end.
Haha. Oh klar. Warum denn nicht? Wir machen das Spiel unnütz schwer. Ich liebe es.
Finish this. End it now.
Behind you! Behind you, Roger!
Holy.
Focus is coming back.
Get weg. Ach du Kacke. Was ist mit dem los? Ist überhaupt nicht mehr. Alter. Ich schlag mich aber gut. Ich finde, ich schlag mich aber gut. Wo ist meine Fackel? Da. Ein R wie Richard. Irgendwas mit Licht vielleicht? Ein Lichtspiel? Es ist weiter oben. Es ist weiter oben. Was ist denn da los? Hier ist das R nirgends. Das ist doch da unten, ich weiß nicht. Wo soll das sein? Und dieses... Da an der Wand könnte es auch drin sein. In der Wand irgendwo. Wie komme ich da hoch? Wo ist da hoch? Aber ich komme da nicht hoch. Na, ne. No way. Doch hier. So. Lichteinfall. Wirft das jetzt auch einen Schatten darunter? Na gut, damit hätte ich jetzt nicht gerechnet, dass die Kamera sich komplett dreht. Aber ich spiele vielleicht ausgetrickst. Nein. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Aus.
Her father tried to help her.
But she wouldn't listen.
He was doing his best. She never, ever listens. Why didn't she listen to him?
He was trying to
Hört auf zu reden.
Zinbel was right. Zinbel was trying to save her from the darkness. But she wouldn't listen. And now everybody is dead
Because of her. It's all her fault. All her fault. Weak. She should have known. She should have thought.
Why doesn't she learn? When will she learn?
She doesn't understand.
Now the darkness has Dillian's soul.
And it will take it.
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
The darkness will take her like it took her mother.
The beast knows.
Deeper and deeper.
Knows exactly where she's falling for it. She falls for their tricks. Plays into his heart.
Die Stimmen machen mich so fertig, ne?
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rayan wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rayan also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
Okay.
The lights from Alex. She has to.
Das ist gleich. Glaube ich.
The darkness is
And she'll die.
Das ist ein doppeltes X. Ach so. Normales hätten wir ja hier. Ja? Normale hätten wir hier. Von der anderen Seite ist es doppelt, ja, was? Und nicht euer fucking Ernst. Können wir die Fackel da hinlegen? schade, geht nicht. Wie kriegt da oben Feuer hin? Wie bekomme ich da Feuer hin? Puh. Nicht doch da fokussieren.
What's she doing?
She's lighting a torch.
She's making light. She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
Aha. Aha.
What's she thinking?
Aha. Okay. Ich hab ne Idee. Hinrennen, Tür, Brücke runterschmeißen, Fackel machen. Das wird nicht leicht. Weiter Weg.
Now she can go.
She can do it.
We can do it, Senua. We can do it.
Get up! Get up! What are you doing?
Wie ich gerade die F-Taste gespammt habe. Schön.
Faster, faster, keep going, keep going. What is she doing?
Stop!
Stop letting the memories in. Don't let the memories swallow you.
Alter, Stimmen. Shut up.
Faster, faster, keep going, keep going.
Stop!
Alter, Vater.
Stop!
Sweet. Ach, wow, nicht immer weiter rein ins Loch.
Dillian. She can't help but think of him. The tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us from what we fear.
Okay.
She has to.
Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak. And they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rain wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rain before Rain kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rain, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest, to ride to Hinderfell and find Brynhild the Valkyrie.
Ja, let's go. Rein ins Loch. Krabschände. Alles Einbildung, Senua. Das ist so krass. Jetzt wo es spannend wird, schau. Raus denn.
I hear you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming. Dillian, I see you. The beast has Dillian. No.
Ach du Heilige. Bosskampf oder was?
You're not taking him from me.
Ach du Heilige, was ist das denn für einer?
I can smell your
No.
betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him.
Boah, was ist das denn?
Turn your back on me. That is why Dillian will rot in hell.
Oh nee. Come on. Not really. Was ist denn das? Oh. Uppala. Auge treffen? Die Augen sehen am normalsten aus. Okay, ich muss im Licht behalten. Das ist ein mehr als ein Albtraum. Tame the Beast. Oh, yeah. What the fuck, Alter. Was ein geiler Fuckfight. Okay. Da denkst du dir vorbei.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness.
Boah.
Or the
Unbesogen
monster that
schwarz.
her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left, headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. But maybe Dillian would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
She will save his soul. Even if this time she can't save her own.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Listen.
But believe this, it was my mission to make you hate the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest. For without it, I fear you would have left those slack. All this time I've wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Then take me to the mountain. To trust him. As deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know.
What else can she do? She doesn't want to tell us. She has nothing.
Alter Vater.
This is what she wants to go for. She wants this to be his. She wants to save Dillian's soul. She must listen to the shadow. Makes sense. Just gotta keep going. It's too dangerous. Look! What? The gate. Hella's gate. Hella's gate. Hella. Can you hear it? She's there.
Mother,
You've been waiting.
I won't let the darkness trick me again. I know you're safe with the gods.
Alter, der Arm ist komplett schwarz. Wie
I can
krank.
feel Hella's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillian. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
No, she can't. It's too dangerous. Too weak. She has the soul. She is rotting. She is dead. She must defeat Hella. There is no way she can defeat Hella. She must. Hella is powerful. She can do it. She must. But she has the soul. But has she got? Hella has Dillian's soul. She must speak to her. She must fight, or she must go back. Find her. Fix it.
The bridge.
She can't cross the bridge. It's broken.
She has to fix it.
It's too dangerous.
She's done it before.
She can't fix it.
She's done it before.
She can. She can. She'll do it again. How can she fix it?
Diese Stimmen, Alter, können wir die Fresse halten? Das ist ja voll verschickt.
You have to try.
She'll never make it.
Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
Na, hier werde ich doch bestimmt gleich kämpfen müssen. Wie repariert denn die Brücke jetzt? Ah.
She did it. She did it.
Na, aber nur halb. Okay. Ja. Mit Ansagen sogar.
Take him down. Take him down. She's ready. Ready. Behind you. Focus now. Behind you. Don't give up. Behind you. Behind you. Watch out! Behind you! Behind you! Defend yourself! Stop them! You're close! Behind you! Behind you! He's down! Finish it! Finish it! Strike him! He's finished! How will she do it?
Gleich so viele immer, ey.
How's she going to find his actual son? Where does Hela keep the souls? How will she get it? What will Hela want? She must bargain.
No,
She'll kill.
she cannot bargain with Hela.
She's not strong enough to kill Hela. What does Hela want?
She has a warrior soul.
Who could she get?
A cursed soul.
Of course she is, no matter what she does.
She can feel the climbing up her. She can fight her. She can fight her at Ragnarok.
She's a warrior. She's coming.
Hela will want to fight her. She can see it.
The bridge. She can't cross the bridge.
It's broken.
She has to fix it.
It's too
Sie können
dangerous.
nicht, sie können wohl.
The final battle.
Get his soul back.
It's the final task.
Yes, it is.
This isn't just a broken bridge, is it? Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
Okay.
The Northmen say the gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail.
Ah,
She can do it.
She can do it.
She can still see.
okay. Ein Stück fehlt noch.
She can think differently.
So special.
She must see.
She has the sight. She can see their secrets.
Jetzt bin ich ja mal gespannt.
There's an illusion. She's found a way. There's a way.
She can see it. She must align herself.
She can do it.
There's the door.
She aligns herself.
It's there.
Hä? Warte mal. Da war ich. Was? Vielleicht von da unten nach hoch gucken? nicht mehr mit uns schon machen. Ohne das war. Schön, dass das Zaun voll abgehackt. Und ich nichts dagegen machen kann. Vor allem jetzt hört man das auch schon im Stream, wie das Sound abkackt. Oh, das ist ja voll der Mindfuck. Sorry dafür. War gerade mal austreten. Nö.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard. It carries the fire giants, the wolf that will eat the sun, and all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash, trolls will walk the land, men will tread the road to hell, and the heavens will split open.
The fuck? Wieso ist der Sound gerade abgekackt, ne? Ich bin nur auf dem Klo gewesen. Ich habe nichts gemacht. Windows 10. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wird mit jedem Update besser. Hust. Machen wir das Tor hier auf. So, und einmal hoch. Kampfmusik. Dann gibt's gleich wieder auf die Schnauze. Noch weiter hoch. Ah, schön.
The Northmen say that each god will do battle at Ragnarok. Odin will fight the monstrous wolf and be killed, but his son will avenge him and plunge his sword into the heart of the beast. Freyr will face Surt, but he had given his sword away for love, and without it, he cannot defend himself against the flames. Thor will smite Midgard's servants to no avail. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, steam will shoot up, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and the people everywhere. Senuas. For it is nigh.
Kannst du nicht ausweichen. Ich finde das so geil. Diese Kameraführung. Der aufweicht. Ja, das ist ja... Der hat sich da festgebackt. Jetzt aber frei, oder? Ja, wunderbar. Noch nicht fertig, Alter. Hui. Oh lala. Here we go. Sweet fight. Mal gut gemacht, Senuas. Ja, mal gut gemacht. Bridge is complete. Obere. Ja, okay. So, Dali, schauen wir mal noch, was hinter Tor Nummer 3 sich verbirgt. Wenn wir den jetzt ohne Kampf rein dürfen. Es war doch so klar. Alter. Falscher Knopf. Du hast Steam Overlay. Oh, das war so mies. Voller Schock. Steh auf, Mädel. Das sind so viele. Ja, sie kann es nicht machen, weil sie nicht wegkommt.
Stop them!
Wo steht das jetzt immer noch? Ist ja gar kein Ende mehr.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Na, komm mal.
Defend yourself.
Holy moly.
She's here. The path to Hela. I can sense her. Where is she going?
So. Tor Nummer 3.
She's going to die. I'm scared.
Jetzt.
What happens when she dies? Wait. What? What happens when she dies? What happens to us? What happens to us? We die too. Do we die too? We die too. I don't want to.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
We don't want to die. I don't want to die. Senua, stop.
Turn back.
Stop. Stop.
Aha.
Why is she going? Stop. Senua,
Stop. What happens to us?
Stop her. Why won't she stop to die? She won't stop. 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 I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
Okay, ich muss da durchgucken.
I don't want to die. Please stop. 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 Please stop.
You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
Holy.
They were afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
What?
It's not like the old stories.
What the fuck?
The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Turn away, Senua! Turn away, Senua!
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces fear and suffering.
You can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, Senua?
I do understand.
You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
Holy, ist das krass gemacht. Auf einmal kommt kein Gegner jetzt, ja? Wollen wir was reinschaufeln? Krass. Essen muss man ja auch mal was. Bidu. Kommt gerade Verdammte Kacke, ey. Angeln muss ja auch noch. Bis Turnier. Eieiei. Auf der Plattform hier vor mir wird bestimmt gleich ein Kampf kommen wieder. Alles gut, Kleines, alles gut. Alles gut. Senua! So. Gucken wir mal. Na und? Kampf? What the fuck?
Those rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
Oh shit.
The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw your last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me.
Boah, Alter, ist das krass.
Behind you. Watch out. Watch out.
Senua Enrage.
Careful. Watch out. Behind you.
Ja klar.
Careful.
Get wrecked, bitches.
Watch out. Behind you.
Ich finde das toll, wenn du nicht wegkommst. Och, 3 Stunden vom Spiel. Alter. Und Senuas stirbt.
Watch out.
Ach, fick dich doch.
See through your darkness.
Wow.
You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Oh krass, ziehst du rein.
Look at you. Running forward and moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place.
Next area.
I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie? The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillion's soul if the darkness is alive? How you saved him?
He's here. I know he's here. Dillion, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
Ach, was ist das denn für einer? Alle Bossgegner oder was?
Behind you.
Tatsache, alle Bossgegner nochmal. Tja. kannst nicht weg. Ich drück nach rechts. Treffe ich gar nicht. Ich muss den Großen besiegen. Mein Gott, verpiss dich von mir. Das ist lächerlich. Richtig so. Viel schöner was gewesen, so ballert jetzt. Was übersehe ich denn jetzt? Ich kann ihn nicht besiegen.
See? You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillion is gone. Dillion is dead.
Ach du Scheiße, wo bist du denn jetzt? Gollum V1?
Or what? What can he do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
Watch out.
You betrayed your own father. You betrayed the gods in search of Dillion, in search of love. Look where that's got you. Let go of
Wie
wrath.
viele einfach.
Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillion. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Watch out. Behind you. Watch out.
Ja, kämpft doch gegen hunderte Viecher gleichzeitig.
Behind you.
Boah.
Let go, Senua. Watch out.
Ja, steh auf.
You've done enough. You're going to die. Watch out.
Ja, wackel ein bisschen mit dem Bild. Dass ich auch gar nichts treffe.
Let go of Dillion. Let go of your battle. You're going to die. Careful, Senua. Let go of your battle.
Steh auf.
You don't have to fight behind you. Stop. You're killing yourself.
Tot. Ach, komm. Ich kann das gar nicht gewinnen. Ich kann das gar nicht gewinnen. Oder doch? Hm. Muss ich doch gewinnen können auch. Mit 2 Enden geben, ne? Na, wo bleibt der Wahnsinn? Da ist der Wahnsinn.
Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a liar, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release him. I've got nothing left. No fear. No hate. No quest.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No power over me.
Wow. Alter. Alter. The fuck? Lauf mal aus. Alter Vater, what the fuck?
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
What the fuck, das sind nicht wir, oder?
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture.
Nö,
Every
sind nicht
day
wir.
a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
Oh no. Oh. It's the rot. The darkness is back. The darkness is working. Wait. What is it? It feels... It's different. It feels... Is it okay?
This is where my story once began.
It's different.
And so it has to end here,
It's changed.
because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
Holy, das ist krass.
I know it's hard to tell how mixed up you feel. Hoping what you need is behind every door. Each time you get hurt, I don't want you to change. 'Cause everyone has hopes, you're human after all. The feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else. Feeling as though you never belong. This feeling is not sadness, this feeling is not joy. I truly understand. Please don't cry now. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Being like you are, well, this is something else. Who would comprehend? But some that do lay claim divine purpose blesses them. Well, that's not what I believe, and it doesn't matter anyway. A part of your soul ties you to the next world, or maybe to the last, but I'm still not sure. But what I do know is to us the world is different, as we are to the world. But I guess you would know that.
Was ne kranke Scheiße.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
Alter Vater. Komm nicht klar drauf, ey.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
Der Vater. Krass. Krasse Geschichte. Auf jeden Fall. Ja, danke. Ja, 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 ja. Cool, cool.
Stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming.
Is it? Is it? Is it?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake? And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senuas nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision quest into Viking territory.
Das ist jetzt mal die
What
Zusammenfassung.
sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senuna in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Das war so schön, das war so
I haven't seen you
schön.
before.
I don't live home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle. I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
No!
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was Gelt. A Gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The Gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a Gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was druth, meaning fool, or
Liar.
one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Druth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness, such as psychosis, is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema. never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming here.
Pleasure. Thanks. It's really interesting for me. I'd love to be involved. It's fascinating.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senuas psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhough provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
Ja, das war krass.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with two young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences, and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also, crucially, listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the visions or what we're seeing is too much, it becomes more difficult until eventually we perhaps don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told, were fascinating, harrowing and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
Hands will know my heart is so, love is so far away.
Yeah.
Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see deep in me insanity does unfold. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. Hands will know my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Feel like this, read like this, I just wanna live, that's all. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
Muss ich sich mal überlegen, ne? Also Menschen, die sehen das wirklich so, wie was ich jetzt gespielt habe die letzte Stunde. Das ist
To
so krass.
refine our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half, showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their feedback. With their help, flashbacks, visions and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because it values their lived experience and shows that despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day. I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in a room, so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them. The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations or not far enough?
Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or, not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind. The dark rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress. Afterwards they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
I need this sword. It's important.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
I needed someone to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role, and I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us. My hope is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps it was cultural, as she lived within a world without science, of gods and a superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimbal. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exacerbated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
This darkness. It's spreading.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question, is what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near-final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear, and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty. I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very creative way. There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to, things have been taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself, and it feels very authentic.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to hear voices and have those experiences. I'm glad that the guys at Ninja Theory have asked us to come along and help them build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
I think all the way through I was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
I really hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power of something like a video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
For me, it was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Mental illness has been with us for as long as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being and thinking differently is a weakness. The only reason we have computers, spacecraft, medicine, poetry, art, and yes, even video games is because individuals were able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us. We need people to be willing to see differently in order for us to progress and survive as society. And we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's story and share it with you.